Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you all doing good out there today, and much appreciated you guys taking a little time out of your day to watch the video. And today I'm going to share with you guys another piece of juice. If you guys watched the video I did yesterday on the secret chatterbait trailer, I've got another secret jig trailer I'm going to share with you guys today. And I'm going to tell you a little bit of the story about it before I show you how to rig it up and set it up, because there's a little bit of key modifications that's really going to help you. Real quick before we get started here, just a couple housekeeping tips. Just wanted to remind everybody, between now until December 15th, we have our Solar Bat Christmas sale. So if you guys are interested in getting some great buys on Solar Bat sunglasses and ordering some of my new Signature Series Solar Bat sunglasses, these Randy Blockett 2 models, awesome glass, you guys will absolutely love them. I'll include the link in the description here. You can go to the Solar Bat website and get you some of them for Christmas. Much appreciated. Okay guys, let's talk a little bit about this jig setup here. This thing, I'm gonna tell you the story about how it came about, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to set it up. This was actually, I can't take credit for this myself, because this was actually, Guido Hibden told me about this back in the late 1980s. It was some tournament we were at, I can't even remember where it was, but we were talking about jig fishing, and he was telling me about this setup. And I took it to Table Rock Lake like 3 months later and caught the biggest 5-fish limit of fish I'd ever caught at Table Rock on this particular jig setup with this trailer on there. It was an unbelievable day. It was a March day. The water was, we had just gotten a tremendously heavy rain. The lake came up like, it was coming up super high. It was coming up so fast that it was creating those sawdust pockets, you know, where the floating sawdust and debris mats gather in certain areas. And I caught that biggest limit I'd ever caught. This limit would have weighed probably, I'm gonna guess 31, 32 pounds for 5 fish, flipping these sawdust mats in March. It was an unbelievable day. It's like every bite I got was a big one. I had one over 9, had another one over 7. Incredible day to say the least. Okay, here we go. I'm going to show you this. Get set up here, get my glasses on. First of all, the whole deal is the trailer on it. And again, it's the tube trailer like we talked about yesterday. And this situation with this tube trailer, and I'm going to show you guys how to set it up. I have tried this all over the country, and the only time that I've ever gotten it to work is in floating sawdust mats, or something about the way this thing looks or works in the water, that I have caught them on floating sawdust mats, not only at Table Rock, but I've done good at Beaver Lake in Arkansas. I've done good at Lake Cumberland on it. Did good in one tournament at Lake Lanier on the upper end of it. It seems like it works good on those clear water lakes when you have the floating debris mats on it. First thing you want to do, get you a 4-inch tube like this. And again, take a pair of pliers or a pair of nippers or a pair of scissors, and split it up the middle to where you got to open like that about halfway up. Next thing you want to do on this is you have to adjust the tube size to the size of jig you're using. Most of the time, since I'm flipping with this bait, I know where it was. I remember when Guido told me about that. Guido had almost won a Bull Shoals tournament flipping this bait in flooded bushes. That's what it was. So it will work in flooded bushes. That's it. Guido almost won the tournament, and that's where he discovered it at. So anyway, the length of the tube is critical, because you want to match that length of the tube to the jig skirt length and the jig profile that you're using. So in my situation, I like to use 1/2 ounce, 5/8 ounce jig. So what I'll do is I'll take the 4-inch tube and I'll cut about 1/2 inch off the end of it. Just clip it off there. So where you got it like that. Next thing I do is take, again, the piece of the worm we talked about yesterday, just a small piece of, this is a Zoom trick worm, the narrowest part of the trick worm. Get it wet. You want to get it wet because it'll slide in there a little bit easier. And you want to push it all the way to the head right there, where you can see it coming out like that. And this way it gives you a good foundation for your hook to get in there where it won't slide down. Next, we take the jig here. You want to put it in, and you want to come out. The hook point needs to come out where the slice is there, because what that does, it allows you to have less plastic to have to penetrate. Very simple setup here. And since I've trimmed it down here, this is the setup I got on it, like that. That's a good looking tidbit, guys, isn't it? I mean, don't you think that looks pretty cool? Like I said, this is the thing, biggest 5-fish limit I've ever caught at Table Rock Lake on it. Great for flipping mats. You know, color is just dependent upon the water clarity. But like I said, Guido was catching them on it flipping bushes. It's just a different profile, just different. Most people use some type of a craw. But man, tell me you don't think a bass would bite that thing. That's a good looking bait. So anyway, guys, that's the setup. Nice simple tip there. Another one of those things, it's like everything else in bass fishing, it's situational. You've got to know when to use what lures under what conditions. And this is, for some reason, this is a bait that has produced giants for me, flipping in certain situations. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning back into the video. Much appreciated. Please hit that subscribe button if you guys like this tip and think it's going to help you out. That's an equal trade for me giving you this juice. Hit that subscribe button. That's appreciated. We'll see y'all later.